an hour late into this game, an hour after it should have started. It's actually started. Yeah, massively disappointing. Massively disappointing. Yeah, this isn't. I was trying to get some music on, which I can't seem to now be able to do. Here's my game. I'm wondering what he's going to do in his next move. It's my move. I've got push, take. I've got push, take. That's probably better in my favour. Yeah, that's probably. Do you know what? I really did not want to start this game an hour late. I really didn't. Really did not want to start this game an hour late. But I've started it an hour late. And it is what it is. 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 So, right. Let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can finish this game. But yeah, I'm starting again an hour late. It's not the best thing in the world. I'm still thinking here. He takes. He's covered. He takes. He's covered. And then it's just going to be break open the centre and just go for it. It's going to be a massive battle. Shall I go for it? See what happens. Do you know what? It's just not the best mood to be in. I'm so angry. He's an hour late saying he didn't know how to log on. I can see his account. He plays 60 games a day. How does he not know how to log on? Yeah. Let's see what happens, shall we? Okay. Let's close the centre off. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's close the centre off. I need to turn everything else off now because I wasn't expecting to play in the game. So I've got other things open. I need to turn them all off. Do you know what? This is just going to be a proper closed, nasty game. Push, attack that square. Take. Yeah, it's just such a weird game. It's such a weird game. But yeah, it's just going to be this really closed game. Really, no one's able to do nothing. There's no space. There's no space anywhere on the board. I hope he's not watching it, otherwise he's seen exactly what I'm doing. Push, take, 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 take. I've got everything covered. I've got absolutely everything covered. I literally don't know what his plan is. He's playing it like a blitz game. He's just throwing stuff into the centre of the board, and he's playing it like it's a 3-minute blitz game. He can't move a single piece. He literally can't go anywhere. He can't develop. He can't do nothing. He can't do nothing, but at the same time, and neither can I. Neither can I. Just little things like attack the queen and yeah, see if he makes a mistake or something. He's now pinned that knight to his queen. That knight can't go nowhere. And what can I do? So with a push, that was my earlier option, push. Maybe take, 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 take. After all the dust settles, it's not really anything. It's an exchange. It's an exchange. I'd probably keep the bishop. I'd probably take the knight with my knight. That's it. I've got to try and break open the centre. I've got to try and make things happen. I'm castled. I'm happy my king's safe. My pieces are developed. Yeah, I'm not far. Once we do get a few pawns off the board, I'm not far from bringing my rooks out. It's comfy for me right now. I just need to make sure that, you know, a big pawn push isn't going to just absolutely kill everything. That's what I need to do. Stay solid. But yeah, I'm going for the pawn push. Let's break open the centre and see where the dust settles. Okay, that's where the dust settles. He's castled. So now I can push and keep the centre open. I can take, and he takes, or he takes. I don't think that's an advantage to me. If I push, his rook can't go there because it gets taken. Can go there, then it's take, and then it's take, and then I've got to back my bishop up. I want to do that, but I can't see where it ends. Take, rook to the open file. I can't see where it ends if I do that. Do you know what? He's coming there, isn't he? If I push that pawn, he's coming there. But then I do that, I just back up and it's a piece. And you know, I can't do this too long. I spent about 5 minutes being angry. He's just literally give me a piece. I don't know why. He's just give me a piece. I don't know what his plan is, because it's not to bring the queen out because he can't move his pawn. He can't move his queen anywhere, so he's literally just give me a piece. He'll take back, that gives his rook an open file, but it's a piece for a pawn. If I can't see any danger, then I take it. I mean, did he move his queen to unpin from the knight because he wants to move the knight? I mean, do I take the knight first, forcing him to take the knight back, and I still get the piece? This is interesting. That's a blunder. What's the best way I can capitalise on that blunder? Is it take the knight, queen takes, because if queen doesn't take, and he does anything at all, I take a rook. And he loses a knight and a rook for a bishop. I've got no other pieces in danger. That looks the best. It's got to be the best move. He's got to take the bishop, and then I take the knight. And then he takes me. If I take him first, and he takes me, I then take the knight anyway. If I take him, and he moves the knight, he's moving the knight to here, because it's the only safe square for the knight. So I take, he moves the knight. He's obviously wanting to bring the knight here, but he can't because of the pawn, but that would be a nice fork. Oh, is he just not even thinking about this at all? Right, take the knight, threaten the rook, queen's going to take, I take, that's a pawn up, that's a piece up, yeah? That's an absolute out and out piece up. And now I work on the rest of the game. I've lost the bishop. He has got the bishop pair. It's going to be tricky, but I will have to start pushing pawns on the king side. I will have to start pushing pawns on the king side. I can't now. He's a liability. He's a liability now because I can't push him to there because of take. I can actually push, take. Rook can't take because rook takes. Queen also covers that square. Go on. I'm going to go for it. Honestly, I don't think I've ever started a game of chess in this mood. Or do I take advantage of the piece up? I take, rook takes, pawn takes. So I basically exchange the rooks off the board. He's a piece down, he's a piece for a pawn, and then try and turn this into an endgame and just get all the pieces off the board. I can then potentially bring the queen out to attack a hanging pawn over there. Do you know what? That is what I do. Queen's not got anything here. All his other pieces are trapped. They can't go nowhere. Come on, let's exchange the pieces down. Let's work my way to an end game. He's going to exchange because it's what he does. He plays 3 minutes blitz. This is probably killing him, this game. Bring my queen to here, like I said. That's a pawn he'll take. If I was to take that pawn, he takes. Maybe I'll look at reinforcing that pawn here. Maybe, I don't know. But let's just bring the queen out. What's he going to do? He's probably going to push. Or he's going to push. If I bring that queen out to there, he's going to push. I take. Okay. Okay, this is just going to be a crazy game. But let's just keep pushing pieces and keep developing and see what happens. Okay, so he's protected it. He's protected it. Where can he go? Where can he go? I'd like to develop him a bit. He's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck. He's kind of stuck. Okay, let's just double up. He still wins that pawn, and I need to watch out for the checkmate threat on the back rank. Okay, I've got back rank covered, and at some point I will release a bit of pressure. Where are you going? Where are you going? Do you know what I'd really like? I'd like them to get my queen over to this side of the board and attack over here. That's what I'd really like to do. Everything seems to be happening over here. So that's okay. Let's keep that. That'll protect that pawn if I do attack that. Yeah, let's see, shall we? So, a little bit of a summary, a little bit of an update. My opponent has got over 2 minutes more than what he started with. So he's had minus thinking time because he gets 15 seconds each move. So he's literally blitzed out his moves. He's playing this game like it's a blitz match. It's a classical time control with 45 minutes on the clock, so he can sit and think and he can pick the right move. But he's not. However, what he is doing is he's attacking that square, which my bishop was defending. I've moved my bishop to defend that pawn. I've only got that to defend. What would he do if I give my king an escape square? What does he do? Where does he go? Where does he go? He pushes a pawn. That's literally the only thing he can do. I take, he takes. I can't take because of the bishop. This diagonal is completely out of bounds. I really want to shift over. I kind of need to somehow make. I need to make space. Do you know what? What about that with the plan of that and that? But the queen's got to move, obviously. The queen's got to move. It's I've got to get stuff going on this side of the board. Or I exchange the queens off the board right now. I take the pawn, queen takes, rook takes, and then threatening that, and then I can bring my rook up and I can start potentially getting onto the 7th rank. It's got to be, hasn't it? It's such a closed game. It's just punch. It's just exchange. Is he gonna Is he going to want to hold on to his queen? No, he's happy for the queen off the board. Yeah, doesn't do nothing. If anything, it helps me get in, but you've given me a pawn. It helps me give an escape square to my king. You've given me a pawn. Yes, you're going to get a pawn. I get that. Do I go here first? Do I go there? Where's he going to go after that? If he takes, I take. It's such an awkward one. It's such an awkward one. That's my square for the knight. It's not doing nothing. It's about to get pressured. Well, it's going to get pressured from here because that's a silly move. It stops me losing my knight. If I haven't got the bishop pair, let's keep the knight pair because they can be a pain. They can be a right pain in an endgame. He's going to push. Of course, that's what he's going to do. Of course, that's what he's going to do. I can't take. I can't. I can go here. That gives me that square later on. I want to keep the knights because I haven't got the bishop pair. He still hasn't done nothing about that pawn. Okay, but I don't know how much that helps you. Now I'm attacking your bishop. Right, how do I bring this knight into the game? This way? Carry on with this knight over this way? That would be a check. Maybe here then, threatening, putting pressure here. At some point I have to remember that I need to give my king an escape square. I don't think he's got a lot. Let's give my... He's got the bishop pair. If I push and he takes, I can take and then go back. Oh, I tell you what, that gives him an out. Then he can come over to this side of the board and support this knight. Let's see if that works. He will literally take anything, any exchange, he will just take. It's absolutely insane, this game. He's managed to free a bishop. He has got a nasty bishop pair. A bishop here blocks that escape square for the king, but I have a knight covering it, but I'm guessing he's expecting me to push my knight, which I was going to do, but maybe I'll push this knight. Maybe I'll push this knight, try and stop the protection of that pawn. Oh, here, no, that doesn't really do a lot. Doesn't do a lot. I'm thinking here. Here, yeah. Escape squares is here. I mean, another exchange. He takes, I take. He can't take that pawn because then he loses the bishop. So is that a thing? Is he going to do that? Is that a blunder? Would he blunder that? I mean, he's 3 minutes and 25 seconds up. I would like to get rid of his bishop here. I would like to do that. Go on, let's see. He's been, every time I've put something up for exchange, he's taken it. And then he might just have a rush of blood and take that. No, he hasn't. Okay. Okay. That is literally the first time he's not taken. He's kind of almost, he's won a pawn because I now can't come back to protect that pawn. Because if I do, I lose my rook to the bishop. But at the same time, that's got to be nasty, hasn't it? Right. He can't protect both. If he moves his rook to protect him, he loses him. If he moves him out of the way, he loses him. That's got to be a nasty fork, hasn't it? Downside. Is it a downside to this move? Is there a better move? Right, if he takes that, this next move gets me in check, but I can just run my king. That seems absolutely feasible. Okay, I've got 22 minutes on the clock. I don't need to rush into this. I'm starting to fall into his trap of rushing into moves because he is now 3 minutes and 33 seconds up from when he started the game because he's literally blitzing his moves out. So let's have a think. I like that. That's an obvious fork. I absolutely like that move. There's not a lot else. There's the things I was thinking about earlier about moving knights out over here. I need to make sure I don't mouse slip, isn't it? Make sure I press the right button. So that's what I was thinking about earlier. He's not a threat. That's, yeah. Okay, I could sit here for another 5 minutes and think about that move, but that's the move. If he comes there to protect that one, he loses that one. If he moves that one, he loses that one. He's lost a piece. I can't. He's lost a piece. He's lost a piece. That's got to be a nice fork. If I have missed something on this, I mean, if he had this diagonal covered by the bishop, I'd be really worried about this rook if that square, if that square was occupied, but it's not, and I've got my bishop, so I win a bishop. I absolutely win a bishop. Yeah, I win a bishop. Is he gonna play that first, then try and play that? Then try and play that with his bishop here, and then do some sort of discover check? No, because I just take it. Yeah, I definitely, okay, I've got the advantage in this game now. I'm 2 pieces up. I've got checks here, which forces them here or here. Well, that square is covered, so it forces them here. That's a check to there, then it forces them down here. Actually, maybe play that first. He's going to play the check. Yeah. Okay, I rushed into that move. Again, he's playing so fast, that covers that square. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine because you're not needed in my plan. So that's an exchange. Rook's going to take. Now, if I go here, that square is covered by the bishop. Knight. That square is covered by the bishop. That square is covered by the rook if I check on this square. And he can't stop it. That looks like checkmate. Let me just double check. Square's covered. Can't move the king. Square's covered. Can't move the king. Square's covered. Can't move the king. What can he block check with? He can't. Checkmate. Oh, checkmate. It's got to be. What have I missed? Yes. Yes. So that's what happens when you turn up 50 minutes late for your game and you blitz your moves out and end up with 4 minutes and 3 seconds extra on your clock than you started with. That's what happens. Seriously, think about your moves, dude. Chess principles, it's not difficult. Right, anyone who did come into the late streaming of this, honestly, I'm absolutely, I made up you stuck with me. I made up you came back into the game. It was an interesting game. I really, I don't like those games. They're so, the centre is so closed. There's pawns everywhere. One tiny little wrong move, and it's a massive blunder. But luckily for me, my opponent blundered. He blundered a piece for a pawn early on in the game. He kept exchanging. Every time he seen an exchange, he went for it, and I took advantage of it. And he obviously missed. He missed that checkmate. So no. If you did follow the game, if you did come back to the second stream after my opponent didn't turn up, honestly, I'm absolutely made up that you came back. And yeah, have a great night, because I know I'm going to, because I've just won my first Perrott Trophy tournament game, and I will see you all soon. Yeah, definitely want to do this for the next round, but